All right, then being April 22nd, it's a little after 5, I'll call the selectmen meeting to order. Pursuant to Governor Baker's March 12, 2020 order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, which is General Law, Chapter 38, Section 18, and the Governor's March 15, 2020 order concerning imposition on strict limitations on the number of people that may gather in one place. Meetings in the town of Oxford are being conducted by a remote participation to the greatest extent possible. No in-person attendance of members of the public will be permitted, but every effort will be made to ensure that the public can adequately access the proceedings as provided for in the order. And so I will take a roll call vote. I'll start Megan, Chairman, Megan Triano, not here. Selectman LeBlanc,
Here.
you. Selectman Daniels,
Present.
when Sad is also absent, and I am Dennis Lamarche. So there's 3 of us, so we have a quorum. And that leads us to the reason why we're here. I'll open it up to town manager.
Sure, thank you. The real reason we're here is, once again, we're going to ask and make the recommendation that we implore to the board that we just never know, even though things are trending in the right direction. We still have, by special legislation, to allow the Board of Selectmen to authorize a reduction in quorum. The legislation asks also for the input from the moderator. And if the board decides to do this again, the town clerk then would notify the Secretary of State's office. And so the whole point of this is really just to be on the safe side. We never know what's going to happen. It might not even necessarily be COVID related. That could keep people away. We could get a storm, or we could have anything. So we don't usually have this as a provision, and we haven't needed to use it. We've been fortunate enough to have 2 town meetings where we were able to reach that threshold. But I would just err on the side of caution, and it doesn't hurt. And if we don't need it, we don't need it. And if we do, we have it. So I don't know about you, Russ, if you want to add your perspective on this, that would be very good for the board to hear.
Sure. I agree with everything that you said, and especially where the annual town meeting, we need to approve a budget. You don't want to be 1 or 2 people short. So we haven't needed it in the past. We hope that we don't need it this time, but it'll be a very useful tool. So I do support it.
Thank you, Russ. Board members, any comments or questions? Not hearing none, then I would entertain a motion that the board reduce the quorum for the town meeting of May 5th, 2021 to no less than 10% of the quorum as prescribed by the general bylaws.
I make that motion.
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion and a second. I will call for a vote.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'll vote yes. That's 3 in the affirmative, 2 absent. That passes. And so with that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make that motion.
I'll second the motion.
And I'll call for a vote.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'll vote yes. That's 3 in affirmative, 2 absent. We are adjourned. And nice
Thank
to
you.
see your smiley faces.